Every 40 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone's life changes forever. The truth is, most people never think it could happen to them, or to someone they love. But a stroke can strike without warning. One minute you're laughing at the dinner table, the next you notice something isn't quite right. A slight droop in the face, a word that won't come out the way it should. An arm that suddenly feels weak or won't respond at all. These are the moments that matter. Moments where knowing what to do can mean the difference between recovery and a life forever altered. Most of us don't want to imagine these scenarios. But understanding the warning signs and what causes a stroke could save your life, or the life of someone you care about. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the simple, life-saving F.A.S.T test, discover what causes strokes, and, most importantly, find out how you can protect yourself and your loved ones, starting right now. Let's begin with what might be the single most important thing you'll ever learn about stroke, the F.A.S.T test. This isn't just a catchy acronym, it's a checklist that can save lives. F stands for face drooping. If you suspect someone might be having a stroke, ask them to smile. Watch carefully. If one side of their face stays still or droops down, that's a major red flag. It's often subtle, so pay close attention. Even a slight unevenness can be a sign that something isn't right. A is for arm weakness. Ask the person to raise both arms in front of them. You're looking for one arm that drifts downward or simply won't move as well as the other. This loss of strength or control is often one of the first and most obvious signs. S stands for speech difficulty. Have them say a simple sentence, like, "The sky is blue." Are the words slurred, or do they have trouble speaking at all? Maybe what they say doesn't make sense, or you notice confusion in their expression. This is another urgent warning sign. T is for time to call emergency services. Seconds matter. The faster you act, the better the chance of survival and recovery. Never wait to see if things improve. Call for help right away. Every minute that passes means more brain cells are at risk. It's easy to forget in the moment, so write it down. F.A.S.T, face, arm, speech, time. Put it on your fridge, save it in your phone, or share it with friends and family. Knowing these signs and what to do can literally save a life. But what actually causes a stroke? Imagine the arteries in your brain as delicate highways carrying oxygen-rich blood to every cell. A stroke happens when something blocks that blood flow or when a blood vessel bursts. In either case, parts of the brain are suddenly starved of oxygen. Within minutes, brain cells begin to die. That's why acting quickly is so important. There are two main types of stroke. Ischemic, which is caused by a blocked artery, usually from a blood clot, and hemorrhagic, which happens when a blood vessel bursts and causes bleeding in the brain. Both are life-threatening, and both can cause permanent damage in mere moments. So what are the biggest risk factors? High blood pressure is at the top of the list. Think of it as the silent force that weakens your blood vessels over time, making them more likely to clog or burst. Diabetes is another major risk, as high blood sugar can damage the lining of your arteries. Smoking is especially dangerous, speeding up damage to your blood vessels and making clots more likely. High cholesterol is a silent culprit as well, quietly building up plaque in your arteries until something finally gives way. Atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat, can also cause clots to form in your heart, which may travel to your brain and cause a stroke. And don't forget about the less obvious risks. Chronic stress, poor sleep, and even untreated sleep apnea can all play a role. Many people ignore loud snoring or pauses in breathing during sleep, but these are important warning signs that need attention. The good news is that up to 80% of strokes are preventable. Protecting yourself starts with a few simple steps. First and foremost, check your blood pressure regularly. You don't need to wait for a doctor's appointment. Home monitors are easy to use and can catch problems early, even before you feel any symptoms. Next, focus on your diet. Brain-friendly foods like leafy green vegetables, berries, whole grains, and healthy fats, such as olive oil, can help keep your blood vessels strong and clear. Make physical activity a daily habit, even if it's just a brisk 20-minute walk. Exercise doesn't have to be intense. Consistency is what matters most. Managing stress is essential. Simple practices like deep breathing, gentle yoga, or even listening to your favorite music can lower your blood pressure and help you feel more relaxed. Avoid smoking at all costs, and if you drink alcohol, do so in moderation. Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. And if you or your partner snore loudly or seem to stop breathing during sleep, don't ignore it. Sleep apnea is a common, often overlooked condition that raises your risk for both stroke and heart disease. Getting tested and treated can dramatically lower your risk. Sometimes, even when we know what to look for, it's easy to dismiss the warning signs. I once worked with a client whose father seemed a little off at dinner. He slurred a word, but everyone assumed he was just tired. No one thought to act. By the next morning, he was in the hospital, having suffered a major stroke. It's a story I hear far too often. The outcome might have been different if someone had recognized the signs and called for help right away. So, as we wrap up, remember these 3 things. First, know the F.A.S.T signs: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and the importance of time. Second, control your blood pressure. It's the #1 cause of stroke, and it's something you can manage. Third, never hesitate to act. Even if you're not sure, call for help. Seconds truly do save lives. If what you've learned today has helped you, please pass this message along, especially to someone over 50. You never know whose life you might save. And don't forget to keep learning and taking care of yourself. Your health and the health of your loved ones is worth it.